The next bill on the calendar for the day is Senate File 1854. The clerk will report the bill.
Senate File number 1854, number 3 on the calendar for the day, an act relating to transportation.
Call upon the member from Ramsey, Representative Lilly, to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Senate File 1854 names a segment of Highway 36 in Maplewood as Sergeant Joseph Bergeron Memorial Highway. May 1st, 5 years ago, in 2010, in the city of Maplewood, there was a carjacking, and Officer Bergeron, one of the local police officers, responded, and he went to a spot. You know, they triangulate these things, and then he went to a spot, and two men approached his car, and as he was trying to get out,
Representative Lilly, can you suspend for a moment? Members, if you could please be quiet, take your conversations to the alcoves or to the retiring room so members can hear the debate. Representative Lilly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As he was trying to get out of his car, the guys opened fire on Officer Bergeron in his car, and there was a person that was, they went off running away, and there was a person that was by that happened to be out jogging that early Saturday morning, and he offered aid to Officer Bergeron, used his radio to call for help and backup and assistance, and also to warn other officers that these guys had a weapon. Officer Bergeron died at the scene there, murdered by these folks. Over 100 officers from the local areas responded from over a dozen agencies. And 4 hours later, pretty close to that same spot near Phelan Lake, not too far from here, there was an officer there also watching patrol, and a guy came out of the woods, had a big toolbox, and those two got into a fight for their life. Officer Longbend from the St. Paul Force, and ultimately shot him and killed him, but really had a fight with the life, or for his life, his own life. And a little bit later, they got the other guy in his apartment. But members, I'd appreciate your support, and Officer Bergeron was a hero, and also representing Maplewood is Representatives Ward and Fisher, and they're going to make some comments. But thank you for your support.
There being no amendments to the desk, the clerk will give the bill its third reading.
Third reading, Senate File number 1854.
Third reading. Discussion. The member from Ramsey, Representative Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members. As tragic as this was for the police department and the communities involved, of course it hit the family most severely. And Officer Bergeron's widow, Gail, is in the gallery with us today. Their two daughters, twins, Alexandra and Samantha, will graduate from high school this year. Gail has done an outstanding job of raising two beautiful girls without their mother or without their father. Officer Bergeron is greatly missed.
Member from Ramsey, Representative Fisher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As you've heard, 5 years ago, the community of Maplewood suffered a great loss with the senseless and brutal murder of Sergeant Joe Bergeron. There's not a day that doesn't go by that our community does not remember what has occurred. It's not only lost for us, but it's also lost for the family. And as a community, we want to make sure that we support the family and don't forget what occurred. There have been several instances in the past few years where several memorials have been erected so that we do not forget what's occurred. One was at the site of where the incident occurred, and one has been at Maplewood City Hall. But we want to make sure that we don't forget as we move forward. I know that today, as a sign of support, the mayor of Maplewood, Nora Slawick, is here. And it is something that we want to make sure that as a community we don't forget, and that we remember not only the loss we suffered, but also continue to support the family of Sergeant Joe Bergeron. So as a request, we would ask you to please vote green on this resolution.
There being no further discussion, the clerk will take the roll. The clerk will close the roll. Representative Franson votes aye. Representative Isaacson votes aye. There being 131 yeas and 0 nays, the bill is passed and its title is agreed to.